Yo guys, what's going on? Lucky Cheese 7 is back again to give you guys a analysis breakdown discussion on One Piece chapter 1087. I was about to say 1087, but same difference. It's practically the same difference if you're asking me. Now, let me know if you guys want me to do this in the future. Do y'all prefer that I do the the fan translations, to do a live stream discussion on that first? Or would y'all rather me do, just do a breakdown analysis of both the, you know, fan translations and the official translations, like on the same day, in like one stream versus me doing, two separate streams for, essentially the same chapter. But that being said, I mean, on one hand, I look at it this way. One, you get my thoughts on the chapter when it drops, do the scan translations, right? But then, you also get this perspective where, it gives me time to like actually like think and reflect on what's actually in the content of the chapter. And then, see if I form out anything new from when I first did the live stream discussion. So, in terms of the translation between the official and the Japanese ones. Um, I mean, let's see here. So as far as title pages go, I mean, the only real thing you see here is that okay, the One Piece title in Japanese is translated to English. That's the one thing you see. Now, let's see, chapter title is called Battleships for Officials. S- Oh yeah, see that this is the big thing. So if you look over here, the chapter title for you know early translations it was Battleship Bag, but the officials call it Battleship Bags, which is interesting. Nothing to lie. And then you see the capybara over here with Ace lighting the capybara cigarette. Relatively the same thing over here too. This one just refers to as Ace heating up the bathwater of a capybara by Hisahan Teku, and this one's just talking about a capybara enjoying a bath over a fire started by Ace. That's pretty much it. So it's not too entirely different. If I'm being perfectly honest here, like if you're looking at the cover pages, and like, okay, what's the biggest difference here? It's really just how they worded it. That's it. Anyway, we got these over here. So we got brand new's over here at the ship graveyard near Naval Base G1. Whereas over here, it's talking about Marine G1 branch, coastal ship scrapyard, ship graveyard, scrapyard. Same difference. Again, a lot of this from what I'm noticing is like just real like little small differences at the very least. Near Naval Base G1. Battleship bag. Ah yes, as replacements for sandbox. The ships in this scrapyard were continuously punched. By whom? And the one I'm currently reading is like, the other translation. So now the official one says battleship bags. Yeah, instead of punching bags. Those marks come from punching the armored hulls of the battleships at the scrapyard. Who did? A much younger Vice Admiral Garp. In fact, it's a daily practice he's kept up for decades. And then of course you see Django here, and he's like, wait, what? He still does it? Why are there two? And then we have Bellbody over here too. He's like, the other one was for his apprentice, former Admiral Aokiji. The rule of Battleship Bags is that you can't use hockey or powers. The strength of those heroes wasn't gifted at birth. And if we're looking at it over here from the other translation, it says by Vice Admiral Garp during his youth, it was his daily routine for many decades, even now. What even now? Why are there two ships? The other one was for Vice Admiral's student, the former Admiral Aokiji. Yes, a lot of it's kind of just like regurgitated. If you look at it here, this one's specifically talking about his apprentice, the former. Whereas here, he's talking about, Vice Admiral's student, the former Admiral. It's like, okay. It's a little bit worded better. This one's talking about like apprentice. Apprentice student is like same meaning. It's like kind of getting the same context, if it will, only it's like more shortened, which I like. And it's the same thing over here too. If you're looking at it, the strength of these heroes was not innate. The strength of those heroes was not gifted at birth. Again, a little more generalized over here, but I think it works. Pirate Island. Wait, Pirate Island full of lead. And in the other translation, I think they called it something else, right? Yeah, they called it Hachinosu. Here they're calling it full of land. I don't know. I kind of like Hachinosu better, personally. Like if I'm picking between the official translation name and the other translation, I think Hachinosu sounds a little bit better for me personally. See Hachinosu. Sanwan Wolf got knocked clean into the water. How does Garp do it? Haul him up to the air before he drowns. But how? You call this guy a legendary hero. Drunken Spitfire. Of course, we see this. We see Garp using like two of like the Blackbeard crew members as like meat shields. Essentially, that's what he's doing. He's using them as like meat shields. Pirate fireballs. Yo, that's hot. Knock it off. What are you thinking, Garp? Are you trying to destroy this entire island? Pirate island, essentially. If Commandeer Teach comes back and sees the town all wrecked like this, he's gonna kill the whole lot of us. And Garp is like, how did he stand up against so many without losing a step? This old man's crazy. Report for Vice Admiral Garp. All the captains and sailors, including the injured, are all off the island. Hang in there, Hibari. So yeah, we see ultimately that Hibari is still kind of, from when I last did a discussion on this chapter, like Hibari is still kind of like out. Take your time thawing out the frozen. I hope Captain Kobe's okay. And then of course we see what he's doing, ready to sail as soon as you are. Pull back, we're done here. And then he's obviously talking about Kobe, Gruss, and Helmeppo. Yes, sir. This place lives up to the reputation. There's no end to the pirates swarming out of it. And right here, if we look at the fan translations, what Garp is scary, the legendary hero, sure pew. Oh, it's hot. Stop, you bastard. Yeah, okay. Other big difference here from what I'm seeing, from looking at this, not really a lot of like cursing, if you will. That's the one thing I'm noticing that here when you're comparing it to the other translation. There's not a lot of cursing, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, if you're trying to appease to everyone, I guess the no cursing thing, it does work in some cases. Trying to destroy this island, Garp. And Garp's like, hey, he's not flattering from our numbers. He's too scary. But over here, Garp says, how does he stand up against so many without losing a step? Soul Man's crazy. Of course, you get this. And then if we're looking back over here, set out to sea, get a hold of yourself, Hibari-chan. Carefully defrost all those who have been frozen. Is Captain Kobe alright? Here, Garp says we can depart at any time. Over here, he says we're ready to sail as soon as you are. So, again, pretty similar. Pretty similar for the most part. Not too crazy. Alright, we're done here. Let's go back. Kobe, Gruss, Helmeppo. Yes, sir. As expected of Hachinosu, the pirates just keep coming. There is no end to them. Like I said, and this is where Aokiji shows up. So in the other translation, he says, like I said, I can't let you leave, Garp-san. Here, And the officials, he says, I'm afraid I can't let you leave yet, Garp. So, major difference here, no honorifics as far as like the Japanese stuff goes. Now, again, if you're going to be super nitpicky about that, that's on you. Personally, for me, I don't think it doesn't really bother me too much. You know? Oh, man. I should have left earlier. I don't want to die. What Helmeppo's saying. And then you get. Oh, so my Discord going off. When you mentioned the future of the Navy, did that include me? Obviously, he's talking about, Gus. Or not Gus. Gruss. I said Gus. I missed it by one letter. One little letter. But anyway, Gruss is over here. And then you got Garp saying, you want to keep going, Kuzan? And then Kobe's like, watch out for Blackbeard's officers. Huff. Huff, huff. Listen up, boys. When I say the word, run for the shore. Yes, sir. Just make it out alive. Go. Whereas here, let's see, Hemipple says, yikes, I should have left with the others earlier. I'm going to die. This is bad. Garp's on. Am I also the future of the Marines? And he says, are you going to fight, Kuzan? Kobe says, please be careful against the officers of the Blackbeard Pirates. Please be careful against the officers of the Blackbeard. Hold on. What is he saying over here? Okay, watch out for the Blackbeard's officers. Watch out for the officers? Please be careful against the officer. Well, okay, yeah. I was like, watch out for the Blackbeard officers. Watch against. Yeah, this one's a little bit. If I'm gonna use my English, comprehension brain here. Watch out for the Blackbeard pirate. Watch out for the Blackbeard officers versus be careful against the officers of the Blackbeard pirates. A little wordy over here. Officials, a little more straightforward. Okay. Now, if we're looking at the bottom panel, it says, all of you, listen up, all of you, run at full speed towards the sea coast, and we'll be all right. Don't die. Yes, sir. Just make it out alive. Go. Kobe says, yes, sir. Now, fan translations over here say, God, please, someone help. Oh, no. There's still someone kidnapped. There's still some kidnapped citizen left. And Kobe's like, I'll save you. I'm glad we haven't left. And, Gross is like, you idiot, it's a trap. Which, obviously, we see this. Huh? And right as Kobe was about to take the brutal punch, Garp gets stabbed. OMG. Yeah, Garp gets stabbed. Like, he takes the brutal punch. Take this. And assure you, for obvious reasons. Now, that's what's said in the fans scans. Now, for the officials, Garp's there. Does he have a line of dialogue in the other one? No, he doesn't. Okay. It's a little bit more clear here. Like, if you notice, it's this one's a bit more darkened. The other one's a little bit more clear. Like, it's more noticeable. Huh? What? And then again, you have Garp punching the ground. Shiryu's over there. Small time impel down, thug. An invisible man. Yeah, it's Shiryu. He ran Iron Garp through with the sword. The old man's weakened now. Now over here, it's talking about Shiryu, the hoodlum from Impel Down. Shiryu's-san, he managed to stop Iron Garp. Garp's weakened. He ran. Okay, Iron Garp. Yeah, because I was kind of curious. The one thing I didn't mention in the the discussion I did when this chapter came out, unofficially, I wasn't quite sure if they called him Iron Garp in the official translations, but I guess it seems like it is. Because you have Iron Garp over here, and then you have Iron Garp over here too. And a little FYI here, guys. This is also kind of like my first official time coming back to talking about One Piece on the channel. So just thought I'd let you guys know. And I'm trying a new format here for One Piece. I am seeing how these two things correlate with one another. The fan translations and the officials. The old man's weakened now. Helmeppo's like Garp, same with Gus or Gruss. It's nothing. Go to the ship. And Kobe's like, this is all my fault. You stepped in to save me. And Garp's like, don't flatter yourself, boy. He was after me the entire time. Garp's weakened. Even we might be able to take him out now. Let's go. There's an entire fortune sitting right before our eyes. Take him down. Garp's got. This is still crazy. Garp's got a 3-crown bounty. Same as an admiral. Like, it was one thing when I read this the first time, but thinking more and more about this, I was like, whoa, hold up. That's worth about 3 billion berries. And Aokiji's like, stay out of the way, scrubs. He could have both arms and legs thrusted up, and you still couldn't kill him. And then you have Aokiji saying, ice glove. Garp stinging back. An apprentice? Huh, don't tread on my freedom. Learn from the Navy instructors. And Aokiji's like, I'm done with that. I'm ready for the next level. Take me on as an apprentice. Shut up! Buzz. You better not use hockey. It won't help you learn. I can't even use that stuff yet. Ow. Whereas here with the flashbacks, see, over here we got ice glove, make me your student, don't steal my freedom, going from instructors. Here he's saying, I already learned all I can from them. I'm aiming for the next level. Please make me your student. And Garbage says, shut up, get lost. Here he's saying, I'm done with that. I'm ready for the next level. So, aiming, ready, again, same meaning, just different words. And if we're really looking at it, it is the same meaning in different words. Hey, Alex, how's it going? Hope you're having a great time here. I'm ready for the next level. Take my apprentice, buzz off. Okay, better not use hockey. And he can't even learn that stuff yet. Ah, damn, I can't believe my son's a damn revolutionary now. He's like, what? We see them still training. And just to clarify, what I'm reading right now is the official translation. I'll go back to the scanned translations here shortly. I just want to see what's going on over here. Now my grandson says he'll be a pirate. I won't stand for it. And Aokiji's like, that's my problem? Kuzan, let's have a snack. I'm too busy. I'm an admiral now. Let us get some tea. Ugh. Now, over here, don't use hockey, otherwise it won't be training. Referring to the unofficial translations, obviously. I can't use it. Ow. Bam, bam, bam. My son became a revolutionary, damn it. Huh? Bam, bam. My grandson said that he'll become a pirate. I won't allow it. It's not my problem. Hey, Kuzan, let's eat some snacks. I'm busy right now. I'm an admiral, Bring out the tea. Jeez. Jeez versus ugh. Which one do you guys prefer? Jeez or ugh? I'm kind of going with ugh because I know, holds a little bit more gravitas when you're, expressing things. Like, ugh. Okay, fine. I'll grab the damn tea. You raised an admirable foe, and that's what Aokiji says in the officials. And Garp says, "Consider yourself expelled, you dunce." Here he says, "Looks like you've raised quite the troublesome enemy." And Garp says, "You're excommunicated, you foolish student." Raise an admirable foe or formidable foe. Consider yourself expelled, you dunce. You dunce versus foolish student. I don't know. Excommunicated has a little bit more gravitas to it. And that part I'm reading from the, unofficial translation. So I definitely say, the fans can't get this one. You're excommunicated, you foolish student. Consider yourself expelled, you dunce. I mean, like I said, it's the same approach. Realistically, it is the same approach, but different meaning. No. Same meaning, just different wording. That's what I mean to say. Now, okay. Now we get a barrage between, Aokiji and Garp. And I gotta say, the officials, like, that looks clean. Like, oh my god. Dude, this looks so clean. Real clean. Like, it looks good in the other one too. But here, like, you can see the finer details of it. Like the real finer details of it. That's great. Let's see. Same thing over here. Whoa. Yeah. This one's just saying, ah. Gah. Kobe says Vice Admiral Garp, and that officials, by the way. Vice Admiral Garp. Yeah. Your chances of escape are meager to none. You're on Pirate Island, where the steam of pirates never ends. You think that ship off the shore is safe? Allow me to demonstrate the power of the Isle fruit. This one says the Isle fruit, and the other one refers to it as, let's see here, the island fruit. The Hachinosu. Okay. This one's just saying you're on Pirate Island. The other one's saying you're just on Hachinosu. Hmm. Isle fruit or island fruit? I mean, I guess if you want to say like at the tip of your tongue, Isle fruit is a little bit easier to swallow, in my opinion. No pun intended, but Okay, ship sailing off. Ibari. Can somebody tell me where Kobe is? I'm sorry, I've been a burden on y'all. He'll be back any moment now. We're just glad you're all right. Well, what's that? And this fool's over here. Open the newspapers and it says Blackbeard. This, Blackbeard, that. Well, we get to make a name for ourselves too. So here's a sneak peek of tomorrow's headline. And obviously this is a Valo Pizarro over here. The great Vice Admiral Garp leads a team of... I'm assuming... Hold on, what is this thing? A team of promising elite troops in an attempted rescue of the naval hero Captain Kobe. But the dreaded powers of Avalo Pizarro, fourth ship captain of the Blackbeard Pirates, bring them to a tragic end at Pirate Island. And Kobe's like, "No, you can't stop. There are civilians on board that ship." And Garp says, "Kobe, don't panic. Justice will prevail." Now, comparing that here to the final pages over here, Hibari wakes up. Where's Kobe senpai? I'm sorry, I was just dead weight. Dead weight? Burden. Dead weight or burden? Which one? I kind of see. This is where I'm kind of. This is the fun part, honestly, about doing these analysis breakdowns because it kind of gets you thinking, like, all right, which one holds a little bit more gravitas, more weight? Sorry, I've been a burden on y'all. Okay, dead weight is a little bit more straightforward. But I will say burden does hold, just a little bit more oomph, if you will. See, Paulo Pizarro's over here too. You read the newspaper, it says it's all Blackbeard this, Blackbeard that. We also want our names to be known. The headline for tomorrow's newspaper will be this: the renowned Vice Admiral Garp, accompanied by young elite troops who attempted to rescue the hero of the Marines, Captain Kobe, were tragically exterminated at Pirate Island by the terrifying power of by the captain of the fourth ship of the Blackbeard Pirates, Avalo Pizarro. No, please stop. Everyone is there, including people who aren't Marines. Kobe, don't lose your composure. Justice will prevail. You can't stop. There are civilians on board that ship. And he says, Kobe, don't panic, justice will prevail. So the chapter ends off the same way. Justice will prevail. From, Garp just on the floor. Here again, the unofficial one claims he's saying don't lose your composure. Here he's just saying don't panic. Again, a lot of this is, you know, same meaning, different wording. And I know I've been redundant on that throughout this entire, analysis breakdown. But really that's the only big thing. For the most part, it's accurate. Like there's not a lot of like subtle changes, if you will. I mean, if we want to be super nitpicky here, the only thing you could say over here is Kobe saying everyone is there, including people who aren't Marines. That's what Kobe's mentioning here. And in the official one, he's saying there are civilians on that ship, on board that ship, you know? So, as far as the chapter goes, again, like I said, it's still an amazing plus chapter. I do think the official translations did clear up a lot of things. Now, the other thing I did notice, because there's been this theory going around for a while that this could very well be the end of Garp. Because I can't remember what chapter it was, but there was this one color page spread, a color page spread, one cover art. It was like it had the chapter on it. It was like the chapter title was "The Death of Porcus the Ace," and on that chapter cover, you had Nami and Luffy, and Garb witnessed, Ace dying. Now, bring that up in conjunction with this. Ace is on the cover page. Now, remember, Ace took a hit for Luffy in that chapter. Here, Garb takes a hit for Kobe. Now, the big question that a lot of people are having is Garb gonna be dead? There's two possibilities here. The one scenario is that this could be like Kobe's like shining star moment, where he has an opportunity to move forward. By move forward, I mean like, kind of give him like that badass moment that a lot of people have been waiting for. And Kobe's cool. Kobe's a really cool character. And I do feel like a lot of people are like just waiting on like, yo, when is that next Kobe moment gonna happen? So Oda could be setting that up here. Or the other thing could be is that, yo, Garb could potentially be dead. Potentially. But we are talking about Garp the hero. Who's your favorite fearless hero? Who is your favorite fearless hero? Puss in Boots style, man. Puss in Boots. That's who Vice Admiral Garp is. Though we do have to bring up one point with Garp, is that he's not the same man that he used to be. And Garp has mentioned that before too. Is that like, look, who I was before, who I am now, there is a huge strike of a difference. So, if I have to take my guess here on what the scenario could be for Garp, I don't think Oda's gonna flat out confirm whether Garp's gonna die or not. My big prediction here for Garp is that his status is unknown. Like, do y'all remember when Ace and Blackbeard like had their confrontation and like when the fight went down, like no one knew what exactly happened to Ace? I think we could probably see something similar here with Garp, where we don't know what exactly happens to him. That's my big theory. My big guess here is that for the next chapter, as far as Garp's status goes, we're gonna be like left in the dark as to like, okay, is he alive or is he dead? That's my big theory on what the situation will be with Garp. And ultimately, I mean, my thoughts on the chapter is still pretty much the same. It's still an amazing plus chapter, borderline, pure perfection, borderline that. But again, I feel like I'm more so just aiming for amazing plus here. I really do. And I mean, look, the battle between Garp and Kuzan was still just amazing. It was like really, really great to see too. And Kobe, I still gotta say this right now. Man, you have to step it up, bro. Kobe, you gotta step it up. We're in the final saga now. This ain't the Fishman Island days, the Dressrosa days. Like those days are over. We are in the final saga. You gotta do what you gotta do. Keep moving forward. Even if you die, even if it means facing the brink of death. You, Kobe, your dream was to be a Marine. You gotta prove it. And your opportunity is now. So, Kobe's big testament, I do think, is going to show up in the next chapter. I do definitely believe that. And like I said before, as far as Garp's situation goes, I personally think we aren't going to know whether he's alive or dead. Personally, I just think that feels like something Oda would do. Because, and I mentioned this before too, look at the whole scenario between Ace versus Blackbeard. No one knew what exactly happened with Ace until we got to like Impel Down and we found out, oh, he's in prison. So, and Oda likes to do this thing of like pulling the George Lucas card of, it's like poetry and rhymes, you know? Now, again, being an unknown status can mean a lot of things. It could either mean that, Garp is dead or he's alive. And again, that's just my prediction for 1088. That's my prediction there. Now, Kobe and Helmeppo and Gruss, I do think they're going to make it out of there. Somehow, some way. And if they don't, I'll call me surprised in that sense. Yo, Thomas, what's going on? And I mean, what do you guys honestly think? Like, how do y'all think that this whole scenario is going to go down with Garp, with Kuzan, with Kobe, Helmeppo, and Gruss? And aside from that, you guys, I feel like that's pretty much all I gotta say here when it comes to this, uh, live stream breakdown analysis on the chapter. Again, not necessarily as long. Actually, it is a little bit longer than when I did the initial live stream discussion slash review on the chapter. But again, let me know what you guys think. Would y'all prefer if I did, the unofficial translations first, whenever they drop, and then do the official translations sometime after they drop, and then just do a side by side comparison like I'm doing right now. And aside from that, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm Lucky G7. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more One Piece content. Let me know what you guys think. Is Garp gonna make it out of this? Is Kobe gonna have his big badass moment? Or is Oda simply gonna leave us in the dark? Peace.